Hello, welcome to Spirit Walk Wednesdays. Thank you for joining us today. Who's all here? PETA. Hi, PETA. Good morning. Oh, look at the little tulip. Thank you. I accept your tulip and offer you, what are these? Lotus flowers. Hi, Paul. Welcome to you. Where are you from? I'm from Western New York State, the UK. Very cool. You must be getting ready for bed soon. Welcome. Paul, is this your first time with us? Yes, wonderful. Well, what usually happens is we chit chat for a few minutes and then I'll do my introduction. And then we get into the journey. Yes. Is that Angel? Oh, Nina. Hi, Nina. You look like a local friend of mine. Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? What's shaking? Peaceful for PETA. Very good. Hi, Nina. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday, or if you live in the future like PETA does, happy Thursday morning. I love that for you, PETA. Very peaceful. I am recording. Okay, good. I'm tired. I don't know why. It's not like I've got a lot going on. Oh, I'm tired today. It's been a busy, busy couple days, but I'm really happy to be here. Nina just got back from 3 days of camping, feeling very human. Oh, wow. Feeling very human. I love that. Feeling very human. In what way, Nina? Elaborate, please. Human in a grounded, in your body way? Human as in vulnerable and fragile yet full? Yeah, just a bit, Peter, right? Just a bit. I was a little sad last night, but I think that was just sinking into all the changes I have going on. This is a vast time of change for me, my friends. Excellent. Who else is here today? I only see two pictures so far. Feel free to say hello, where you're from, how you're going, how you're feeling if you want. Today we're doing one of my favorite sacred energy journeys, the spirit walk. Yes, much grace every day and much appreciation. Spirit walk's fun. We basically I guide us into our hearts to go on a sacred journey where we meet one of our one or more actually of our spirit guides, and we learn from their wisdom and receive their love and support, which is a very, very special one. And if you're new to me, right now I'm doing 2 journeys a week. I do spirit walk Wednesdays, and then I do soul journey Saturdays. Soul journeys are a type of shadow work that just sort of came out of the blue of what I do. And it's another energetic journey where we go into our heart. And in that case, we go deep, deep inside to meet a lost fragment of our soul. And then we do it from such a beautiful, loving space that it allows us to be present with that fragment, learn from it, embrace it, and sometimes reintegrate it. And that's a really lovely, beautiful journey on Saturdays as well. Nina says it was my husband, 4, 2, and 7-month-old boys, and our dog. Mosquitoes, mud, rain, and trying out an RV. Wow. Sitting with the highs and lows, the suffering and the beauty. Yeah, wow. Nice description, my friend. Funny how we envision this serenity, but the reality is a lot of lessons trying to stay this. Yeah, I'm not much of a camper, but I did it in my youth. And it's interesting how you kind of made the connection to the spiritual path, right? The spiritual path can be so delicious and so sweet. And at the same time, it can be so challenging and so, uh, yeah, challenging and so growth inspiring. And what's really interesting to me about it is, there's the one of the best phrases to describe the spiritual path is something I don't remember where it came from, but I believe it's from an old Buddhist master. And it says, before enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. And what I love about this, and I don't know a lot about this phrase except what I can glean just from the words. But what I love about this is that whether we're in the highs or the lows, the spiritual path isn't about the uh magnitude of the highs and the lows or the intensity. It's not necessarily even about the frequency. And I talk a lot about vibration and frequency in my lives, but what I'm really getting in my heart today is it's about the engagement. Are we engaging with the challenges? Are we engaging with the lessons? Are we engaging with the beauty, with the relishing, with the enjoyment? How are we engaging with all of it, right? And so that phrase is just really beautiful to think about, like, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Now, of course, in our days, we don't chop wood and carry water. So my modern reinterpretation of this is, um what was it? Do you remember, Peter? Because I put it in our circle of love group. It was something like, before enlightenment, uh take walks and do the laundry, or something like that. After enlightenment, take walks and do the laundry, or what I was equating it. It's just, we still do, whether we're in the highs or the lows, we still have what we need to do, what we choose to do. And it's really a question of how much heart and presence do we engage with these experiences. You could wake up in the morning and feel great, or you could wake up in the morning and not feel great. Now, there's ways to pre-pave the path of waking up in the morning, but something could happen that makes that throws you off, and your response is sadness or anger or confusion or frustration. And something can happen to make you feel great. But the question is, what are we bringing into it? How are we engaging with that? Peter says, I love the camping, Nina. Yes, very good. Feels like a major reset whenever I do it. That turning into nature's rhythms. Yeah, I'm just not much of a camper. Nina, engaging with everything. Yes, amen. Peter, sometimes I picture us in the woods, living off the land. My babes are so good at reminding me to play. Yeah, I bet they are. Hello, William. Welcome to you. Yes, so engaging. It's a question of engagement. Engaging. Engaging. How are we engaging with it? Peter has an inspiring book I still read called Romancing the Ordinary. Nato. Helps to remind me to do just that. Yeah. And in my world, I'm wanting to engage with as much heart as possible. Now, that means it's like, I'll give you an example. So, for those of you who know, and many of you probably don't, is that a Rhonda? I see a Rhonda. Or is that a Nancy? That's a Rhonda. Hi, you both have the same colored cat, so I get confused. Welcome, Rhonda. So, a couple weeks ago, my dear friend Marty, who was 84 and had stage 4 cancer in her pancreas and her liver and her bones, died. She died on May 13th, right? So the first 2 weeks were an intense grieving period. Obviously, I'm still in the grieving period, but I'm also moving through it, right? Because I chose to engage with the grief right in the moment, head on. I was bawling my eyes out every day the first week. I was sick as a dog because of all the stress, and finally let it go. I had a massive sinus infection for a whole week. And then the next week, just everything was throwing me for a loop. I was hypersensitive about everything, right? And other people in her family were choosing to engage with the grief in a very different way. Everybody chooses their own path to deal with their emotions or to explore their emotions. I've been emotional all my life. I've been a student of the emotions, if you will, and I'm a Pisces for one, and I'm just a big-hearted person in general. And I'm always I'm always wanting, let's put it, I don't always do this, but I'm always wanting to engage with the emotions fully. And people would say, I had a neighbor, like, I started crying, and they're like, well, just keep busy. Or man, it was so sweet in a way. It was so misguided and so sweet at the same time that I chose to focus on the sweetness. But she just offered like tip after tip of how to get through the grief, right? And it was just none of them were helpful. And the first one was something like, I forget. And I said, well, I'm different than most folks. Like, I actually want to feel all these feelings. I want to go through the grief. And then she looked at me like, oh, I don't know what to say next. And she said something, and each one was different from the other till the final one was, well, just keep busy. And I was like, keep busy? No, I don't want to distract myself. Well, sometimes it's nice to distract from grief, but I was like, I want to feel all of this. And they just looked at me like deer in the headlights, like they just don't know people like me. So, you know, and that hasn't always been true in my life. I mean, there's a lot of areas in my life where I look back and I wasn't ready. I wasn't willing to engage with what I was experiencing, but I also wasn't aware, right? So it's like there's this interesting balance between awareness and engagement, right? Because you can have the willingness and the intention to engage as fully as possible with everything in life, right? But we're not always aware. Our awareness ebbs and flows, our awareness grows or diminishes, or there's a new learning that happens or a new occurrence, that an event or anything happening in life, and then it's a brand new thing to engage with. So yeah, I don't know where that all came from, but thanks, Nina. Sounds sweet. Engage, embodied. Yeah. Hello, Rhonda. Good to see you, dear. Hi, Elena. Oh, I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? Nina, really sitting with death, reality. I question why we don't engage with death. People don't want to talk about death. Yeah, the death of others, especially their own death. Someone said yesterday, meditate on your own death, and that hit. Wow. Hi, Christelle. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm weird, or I am weird. I'm different than most people. I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of my own death. At least I don't feel that way today. I'm not scared of other people's death. I often find myself, I've had several elders die in the last 20 years or 12 years. My mom, my dad, Marty's husband, and then Marty. All my like close known elders are gone. And I've often wondered while I'm crying, what I'm crying about when it comes to the grief. And I feel like grief, because I don't miss them, because I'm not I mean, they're energy now. They're spirit. They're in my guidance system. I'm not really missing them. They're not there anymore physically, so maybe I'm missing that physical presence. But like, I don't walk around the house the last 3 weeks and miss Marty. I just talked to her. So what am I crying about when I'm grieving? Well, I'm not really sure, but it's a release. It is a deep release. And I don't know, Nina, what I mean, talking about death, I mean, the culture in the US doesn't talk about a lot of things that are part of life, right? Death, sex, not to get too culturally opinionated or anything, but I mean, even the masculine culture, the Western masculine culture doesn't mean, I look at my dad and I look at other men that I've known over the years. They're not in touch with their emotions. They have them, they don't express them. It's so it's just, and that to me is something really, really interesting and fascinating, and actually something that for me all my life I've felt like a misfit, because that was just so natural for me, just to process things emotionally, to filter life through emotions. So there's a lot that folks don't talk about, unfortunately. Well, Mark says, hello, Mark, welcome. Mexico death culture is totally different. Yes, I don't know a lot about it. Yeah, but I have heard a little bit. They don't generally institutionalize elders. Yeah, wow. Yeah. You know what? So many, I mean, cultures, and I love culture. I love different cultures and learning about them. Yeah. Nina's not scared of her own death either. Very cool. Still fear my family. I haven't learned how to love my angel guides in this new way. Ah, okay. Very cool. Mark says, I generally dream about past family members. Very neat. I love that. I had dreams about my first grandma, who I did miss a lot when she died. That was many, many years ago. Ah, Nina says, Amen. Those are my favorite topics. Very cool. Yes, we need to allow space for all to heal, Nina says. I love that. Allow space for ourselves and everyone else. Loving allowance, one of my favorite topics. Hello, Linda. What's that, Linda? Suppressing, avoid, or attack various emotions. Yeah. Emotions are energy in motion for me. And when I do not express them or let them flow or let them have movement, then yes, I am suppressing them, or I'm stuffing them, or I'm trying to contain them. So I'm glad that I've been able to cry through the grief process. And now I feel like I'm beginning to come on the other side of it. Peter says, I really was impressed by my First Nation neighbors who, years ago, when a family member passed on, they mourned and celebrated for a whole week, much wailing, laughing, singing, and peaceful vigil. Oh, wow. That sounds like my kind of celebration. Welcome, anybody who's new. Please feel free to say hi. We're going to get started soon. I guess I will introduce myself. I'm Greg Phillips. I'm an energy worker, a channel, and what we are calling a sacred energy guide. So I take people on sacred energy journeys from a space of deep love and presence and allowing. And we go off and explore our energy on all sorts of different facets. Today, we're going on what I call a spirit walk to meet our spirit guides. Could be our angels, our ancestors, could be anybody, could be critters that used to live with us, or pets, or whatever. Yes. So welcome aboard. Please feel free to say hi. Hello, Danny. Good to see you, buddy. Nice, nice, nice. Anyone else who is brand new to one of my lives, please feel free to say hello. Everybody's welcome. I'm going to take a drink. Who else is here today? I see some beautiful pictures down below. Oh, and while I'm at it, some of us are playing, or I should say, participating or playing in a beautiful 30-day challenge, which I welcome anyone to join us. We started last week. Actually, I'm in my 7th day now. I invited everybody on the Friday and Saturday lives last week, but it is a really potent, magical process from Abraham Hicks from many, many years ago, like 20 years ago, um, called the Appreciation Game. And I dubbed it the 30-day Appreciation Game Challenge. And it is very simple and straightforward. All you do is, if you want to engage in this challenge with us as a form of support and solidarity, it's all about appreciation. And what you do is, as you're laying down to go to bed, as you're getting ready for sleep time, you run through your mind a list of things that you easily appreciate, people, places, or things. If anyone's ever been in my lives for the love bombs or have listened to my love bomb track, it's very much that type of an idea. And all you do is you just think of things that you deeply love and purely appreciate. Now, this isn't gratitude list, not a gratitude list. This is not about thanks. This is about appreciation and love. And so you'd make this list in your mind and you set the intention that you will awake the next morning in the energy of appreciation. And so the minute you wake up the next morning, before you even throw your feet over onto the floor off the bed, you again move through your mind a list of things that you easily love and appreciate. And the spirit of this is that then if you want, you can take it into your morning routine. You can take this practice throughout your day if you're really wanting to. But in terms of the challenge, the 30-day challenge, we're just doing bedtime and wake up time, right? And we're doing it one day at a time for 30 days. And what's amazing about this, where did I put my oh, I had a little reading that I could have maybe it's here somewhere. Hold on. And there it is. I can read it to you. Okay, so this is directly from the book Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks. And what they're saying is this process will put you in the vibrational attitude of alignment with source. And if you will do that tomorrow and the next day 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 and the next day, and literally that's the quote, all those next days, before you know it, and certainly within 30 days, you will have set the tone of seeing the world through the eyes of source in a way that you have never done before. And then you'll not be asking us what it's like to be pure positive energy because you'll know it viscerally. You'll feel it in every fiber of your being. And I have not done this in many years. And I decided last week after a massive drop to the floor panic attack that I had about what everything happening for me and needing to move and all this other scary stuff, which I'm not scared today, thank God. I decided I would do this 30-day appreciation game. And after doing it for 2 days, I decided to invite all of you. So if you're in, thumbs up or say yes. I welcome everybody to join. It is absolutely incredibly magical experience. The last time I did it was many years ago, and it truly shifted my perspective on everything. And I can tell you that 7 days into it already, I'm feeling really different. Like I'm feeling surprisingly good. And I haven't even told all the new people everything that's going on with me because think about every major change, the death, moving, getting rid of everything, needing to find work, like all sorts of like all sorts of the most stressful stuff. And I feel good today. Like I attribute the appreciation game to this. So hello, Sonia. Wow, first time in months. Hey, Violet, good to see you, dear. You guys just arrived in time to be invited to the 30-day appreciation game. So part of this challenge as well is, I mean, if you wish, we have a group on Insight Timer called the Circle of Love. You can find it on my profile on the home tab of my teacher's profile all the way down, and you can join us. And every time we think of it, we're sharing one of the things that we appreciate. Like, so in the morning when I wake up and I make my appreciation lists in my head, then if I'm feeling like it or if I remember, I share it on the group. And Peter shared a beautiful one just earlier today for me. So hey, Sonia, good to see you, my friend. Yeah. So anyone who wants to join the 30-day appreciation game challenge, I welcome you to do it. It truly can transform your life and it can truly raise your vibration. And honestly, a lot of times I do it just because I just want to see what miracles unfold because I want to feel better about things. I want to align with source and I just want miracles. So it's really, really powerful. Thanks, Nina. I know. I know. I'm so excited for the future. I've recently started praying in the morning. I'm praying to my guides and I'm asking them for help. And then I'll say, help me to leave the past behind, stay present in the moment, take the actions I need to take today, and celebrate the future. Celebrate the future is my way of saying be excited about the future. All right. So if you want to join us for the 30-day appreciation game challenge, please just start tonight. When you go to bed tonight, as you're going to sleep, make a list of things you appreciate. Remember, not gratitude, not thankfulness, appreciation and love. And then when you wake up in the morning, do the same thing. And then just try to carry that through your day. Do that one day at a time for 30 days. And let's share in the Circle of Love group. So, all right, that's that. Who's ready to go on our journey? Let's do it. All right, my friends, settle into whatever piece of furniture, chair, couch, whatever it is that your body is in, bed, whatever it is. Nina, tell me where to go, what to do, and how to get there. I love it. All right, my friends, close your eyes. Place your hands on your heart chakra, right there in the center of your chest. And allow your breathing to be at whatever pace and rhythm is most comfortable for you. You might be inspired to do deep breathing or just gentle, normal breathing. Whatever you do, just allow it to be full and relaxed and comfortable. My friends, move your mind's eye down into your heart space as you breathe. Take a moment and allow to bubble up inside your very heart the thought of a person, place, or thing that you deeply, purely, and absolutely love. There is no story, no judgment, no analysis, no expectation. You just absolutely love this person, place, or thing. It could be as simple as your pillows, your favorite book, or your favorite meal. It could be as profound as someone you are in partnership with, or one of your dear pets or critters. Whatever it is, hold this person, place, or thing with great tenderness in your heart. And just feel that love for this person, place, or thing. Relish in it, bathe in it, celebrate it. Thank this person, place, or thing for their presence and existence in your life, for the experiences that you have with them. And allow that feeling to gently but steadily grow in your very heart space, right in the center of your chest. There's a warmth and a lightness to it. If you're visual, you may see a bright light or a soft light. Just watch as the space in your heart fills with this warm, beautiful light. Allow it to fill the entirety of your heart space, warming your very being, bringing lightness to your soul and your spirit. There's a sweetness, a softness, a peacefulness. And in this place, my friends, Open your heart to divine wisdom. Allow to bubble up from your very depths a question, a topic, or an intention for which you are seeking guidance for today. Perhaps it's a question that you're wanting to pose to your guides, or it's a topic or an intention that you just are seeking clarity or confirmation around. Whatever it is, allow it to bubble forth from your very being. It may be a single word, it may be a phrase, it may just be a feeling, or it may be a visual. Whatever it is, my friends, hold it in your heart. Make that your singular focus. Repeat it in your mind if you need to. As you do so, picture yourself lying on the top of a beautiful grassy green hill. The hill is clear of any vegetation, any trees, and you can have a clear view straight up into the sky. And you're just there laying down, gazing up into the sky, holding your question or intention in the depth of your heart. And become the observer and the witness as clouds pass by above you. Some of them hold different shapes. There's a rabbit. There's a deer. There's a kitty cat. There's a snake. There's a raven. And just be the observer and the witness as the clouds gently roll by. Make note of any shapes you see or don't. Make note of how wispy or puffy the clouds are. Take note of the blue of the sky. What kind of blue is it? Is it a deep azure or is it a dark navy? Feel every blade of grass that's touching your body, that's underneath you as you rest upon it. Feel the breeze passing over the top of your body, the front, as you lay there. You can hear the birds in the distance chirping their songs with such presence and joy, and you can hear the critters skittering about in the wilderness around you. And suddenly, as you were lying there on top of this grassy hill, with your eyes wide open in the sky, you feel a presence join you and lay down next to you on this beautiful grassy hill. You don't look at them, but you can feel them. They hold such amazing love for you. You feel the warmth of their support. And you hear them gently say, "Beautiful day for cloud watching, isn't it?" "Yes, indeed," you respond. "I saw a slice of cake fly by just a few moments ago." And the being at your side giggles. "Are you sure it wasn't pie?" "Oh, yes, I'm sure." It had multiple layers and frosting on top. It looked delicious. And you both chuckle. And your guide simply says to you, tell me, my child, why have you come today? What guidance do you seek? And you begin to share your question or topic or intention with them, trusting and knowing that however they respond, it will be what you need to hear right now. And share as much as you want with them regarding this question, regarding this topic or intention. And then trail off, allowing them space to respond. Well, my dear one, you've come at the right time because we're all here gathered for you. We're all here witnessing you move through life every single moment. We celebrate everything you do, every thought you have, every feeling you experience. We hold you in our hearts when you're sad. We laugh with you when you sing and dance and laugh. We celebrate when you're excited. We celebrate when you're sad. For see, for us, everything is a celebration. We know that you have your challenges on planet Earth. That's the point of planet Earth. It was designed with conflict in mind. Contrast is the word Abraham uses. It was designed, and you came here to bump up against the contrast, to determine what you desire, what you prefer, what you want. And in doing so, as you participate in this balancing act between what you recognizing what you don't want and realizing what you do want and getting clear on that, you add life force to the universe. You live. Yes, society, your parents, your schooling, your culture, they've all taught you that there are right ways to live and wrong ways to live. They've told you what's best. They've told you what to shoot for. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We laugh at all this. We laugh because the very point of life is engaging with this dynamic of don't want, want. Every time you experience something that you do not want or that you are uncomfortable with, it sets forth the desire in you to get clear about what you do want. And this, my friends, is life. Greg was speaking with the early comers earlier about engagement. How do we engage with life? You may have heard the phrase, life is what happens while you're making other plans. Why do we celebrate you? At every twist and turn, every up and down, we celebrate you because you're living it. You're in it. You're playing the game of life. And we understand. And it doesn't always feel good. It's not always clear. Sometimes it's incredibly confusing, upsetting, startling. But other times it's peaceful, it's joyful. And the beauty of this is that you always have a choice. And we're okay with whatever you choose because it all leads to the same. You learning who you really are. You engaging with life. Now, about your question, topic, or intention. Ask it of us one more time. Hmm. My friends, go ahead and once again ask them your question, state the topic and intention. Just listen and allow them to respond. Feel, hear, see, whatever you do, their response. Take it in with your entire being. Allow them to speak or to psychically convey their message in whatever way they wish for however long they need to tell you. Hear it in your mind and feel it in your heart. Allow it to permeate your very being. Breathe it in, my friends. And if nothing's coming, don't fret, don't worry. Trust that perhaps in another person's life or somewhere else down the line, your answer will come. That knowing from your guides will come. Perhaps it will come through the voice of a loved one or a song that you listen to or a video you watch or another person's live or a meditation. Trust that if it isn't coming right now, it will come. And your guide finishes their message to you, their very personal and private message to you. And you feel them get up from laying on the grass. And you can feel them reaching their hand out to you to help you stand. Take their hand, my friends, and arise from laying on the grass. Be the witness and observer once again and apply that to looking at them. Take in every detail about how they're dressed, what they look like. Are they male or female or androgynous? Are they a being of light or stardust or energy? Are they a critter or a pet? Just take it all in. And you can feel their very being smiling at you. They have such deep love and appreciation for you. And you know that any time you call, they're there to help. Not just them, but hundreds and thousands of guides. And in that realization, in that moment, you can feel all of your guides surrounding you with love and divine support. And you hug the one that came to visit you. You hug them with so much love and so much joy and so much peace. It is a long, warm, loving embrace that seeps all the way into your heart space. And in a moment, it's over. Well, I must away. There is much to do and much to celebrate. Thank you for your visit today, they say. We are so happy to see you. And they begin to walk down the side of the hill away from you. And you decide to lay back down on the hill and look up at the clouds again one more time. Except this time there's a clear sky, sun beating down on your face, warming you and your entire body. Ah, your body, yes. You suddenly become aware of your body back in the here and now. Feel in to see if there are any places that need a little wiggling, a little stretching, maybe a repositioning. And slowly and very tenderly come back to your body. Come back into this moment, to the here and now. Roll your shoulders, stretch your arms, roll your neck if you need to. Shake it all out. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, coming back to the here and now, back from our journey into your heart. Hello, Tatiana. Hi, Carolina. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. What a beautiful space. I love going on these journeys with all of you. Is Thomas here? Hello, Thomas. How was that, my friends? How did that feel? What did you learn? What did you hear? What message did you receive? If you are feeling called to share, you are more than welcome to do so. You are in. Welcome, Thomas. Hello, fabulous friends and potent people. Hey, that's a lovely alliteration, Thomas. That was a very nice channeled message for you guys, huh? I did not expect that. Whoa, Peter got a direct image for book inspiration. Are you talking about your cover, your book cover, or something else? That was a beautiful hill to go visit. A character. Ooh, nice. Very cool. Hey, Rhonda, that was cool. She says, cool. I have a little owie, muscle owie right here. That's why I keep rubbing it and looking down at it. My friends, what happened? What did you experience? Yes, so safe and calming, Sonia. I love that for you. How long has it been, Sonia, since you have come to join us? It's got to have been like 2 months now, 3 months. Seems like forever. Who wants to share? Feel free to type it in chat. More than 2 months, yeah. What was your question to your guide or your topic or intention, and what was their personal private answer to you? You're welcome to share. If you're sort of blown away, that's fine. If you're gobsmacked, as they say in the UK, that's absolutely fine. Sit with it, allow yourself time to integrate. Absolutely normal to have that experience. If you walked away from that, if you came away from that and you're confused maybe about what happened or what you experienced, if you're wanting to ask for clarity, please do so in chat. I will do my best to try and help you with that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Rhonda says, my guide in the pink gown came. Repeat visit. Very interesting. I've seen her before, did not get a direct answer, got a partial answer. Well, what part of it was it, my dear? Hi, CG. Welcome to you. Oh, that's fine. You can always jump in. If you come in late, jump right into the journey, my friends. Welcome to do that if you wish. Peter says Archangel Gabriel laid down beside me, then morphed into the character I needed to see. Oh, wow. That's wicked cool. So one of your angels came and visited and then became your book character. Wow. Sonia, my question was, when do I get, what is that? What is that icon? The money. When do I get the money? Their answer, we already told you, patience. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Sonia, we have much to talk about, my friend. That's too hilarious. Rhonda has a decision to make about money. I saw money flying up into the sky. You saw that while you were looking in the clouds. So I know I have to spend it, but not sure how much to spend and where. Yeah. Very, very interesting. Peter, when I hugged him, you had huge body chills. Oh, you hugged your character in for your book. Wow, I can't wait to hear what else unfolds for this character. Rhonda said some of the money flew a long way up and some flew a shorter distance. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm totally getting an intuitive hit on that, Rhonda. Wow, okay. Download coming in. Whoa. Can try to formulate this. Oh my God. Mm. Okay, so wow, how do I the distances are equating to not just not the distances. I can't I don't, this is all so fast I can't I can do it. Let's see. The distances hmm, the distances are representative of magnitude or quantity, but the message I'm getting is that the quantity doesn't matter. The amount spent doesn't matter, Rhonda. It's the some went a long way and some went a short way. It's the same energy. That's what's interesting. So I just have this total vibe that the money that went the long distance and the money that went the short distance have the exact same energy regardless of the distance that they went. I don't know if this is making any sense, but it's like I've heard many times in the past people talk about money, and it's like our minds get attached to the number of zeros behind the other digits, right? And how many actual digits are in our bank account and everything. But the I mean, Abraham, I think, used to say it that a dollar is no different than 100, no different than 1,000, no different than a million. It's all the same amount of energy. So the quantity and the distance here, even though the even though the range of how much that money flew away from you seems to matter, there just the message I'm getting is that the energy of the both, regardless of whether the short one means like a little was spent or maybe the short one means a lot was spent or whatever, it doesn't even the amount spent didn't even matter. It's just like the distance is not a measure of what is it's so interesting everything coming. The distance is a measure of enjoyment, not a measure of quantity or direction. It's more like, can you engage with the distances the same? Can you be like, oh, look how short this one went. That's amazing. Oh, wow, look how long this one's going. That's amazing too. It's not like, oh, the short one didn't go very far. Like passing judgment on how far the short one went, or being like making the long one better because it went further. Like there isn't any of that in that energy. I don't know if that is making any sense or resonating, but that's my best attempt at that interpretation on that. What are you guys saying? Rhonda says, I have to decide whether to pay people the same amount or to pay a group of people less and another group more. Nina, what you're saying is resonating. Rhonda pulled towards the same. Yeah. Okay, so deciding between to pay people the same amount or to pay a group of people less and another group more. Okay, right. So that's the distances. Hmm. You're not paying less or more, Rhonda. It's not a yeah, okay. I get it. Thank you guys. The It's not about the amount spent, it's about how you feel about what you're buying, what you're paying for. It's not about the amount spent. It's about what you're paying for. Yeah, that's it. It's about what you're paying for. So don't focus on the amount spent. Focus on what you're paying for. Which one are you going to appreciate? Which one's easier to appreciate? Which direction? And what will you get from either one? Yeah, cool. Wonderful, Rhonda. Very, very cool. Anybody else want to share about their question or experience? Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to chew on there. I guess what I'm getting where this intuitive hit is coming from, Rhonda, is it's really easy to look at the less and the more. How do I do that? The less and the more, right? And be like, oh, this is more than this is less, and blah, blah, but what are you wanting? Which one's going to feel better? Hey, Christelle, thanks for that. The both of you. This helps me rethink my views on money. Oh, there you go. Somebody else needed to hear it. Very cool. It's not your money, it's for work. Yeah, right. Okay. Which outcome feels better? Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, that's okay, dear. You can watch the replay if you want on my YouTube, because I always record and put it up pretty much the same day. Yay! You can do the full journey, Linda, on your own time and leisure. Yeah, Rhonda, it's the decision isn't about the is about the desired outcome, not the way of getting there. It is all energy, Nina. You're right. It is all energy. Who else would like to share before I pull an oracle card? Today we're going to be doing the oracle card deck, dragon oracle cards. But I want to leave more time for sharing if folks so feel it. While we're waiting for that, I'll do my little public service announcements or just whatever. My thanking all of you. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate having you guys join my lives. I really love taking you guys on these journeys and going together. And just I love hearing what you guys get to experience. And I just love building this community that we have here. If you feel like connecting more directly with me, feel free to write me through my profile. I'm always happy to hear from folks through direct message. If you're the type of person that likes to connect outside of Insight Timer, you can go to the About tab on my teacher's profile, and all the way at the bottom is my Linktree link. That goes to all of my socials. That's how you can find my YouTube, where I put up the replays for my lives. And it also has alternative forms of giving donations. So if you are wanting to go that route instead of inside the live or inside of IT, you are welcome to do that. Donations are always appreciated. They help keep my business and self alive or growing, and they are very inspiring to me. I celebrate each and every single one as how do I say it? In honoring the flow of abundance from you to me and to out into the rest of the world. And there's a cycle of abundance with that. Also, if this is your first time here and you want to be notified of future ones, you know the drill. You can just follow on Insight Timer. And bottom line, I just really appreciate and love when folks come and participate, whether they're late or on time. It doesn't matter to me. I just love having you here. So thank you so much for being here. Hello, Gary. Good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit. I am going to start shuffling. Does anyone else want to share what experience they had with their guide? Does anyone need clarification about what they experience? Sometimes visiting with our guides can be rather cryptic. They might just share one word or one feeling, and it may not make sense in the moment. I'll be back live again this coming Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing our soul journey Saturdays. That's where we go on an energetic journey, very similar to this, but this time we go deep into our hearts to meet a lost fragment of our soul that I believe it's kind of shadow work. I label it as shadow work, but I have a different approach, I think, because when I look at it from the space of loving allowance, I feel like whenever we have lost a fragment of our soul, we've tucked it away for safekeeping. And so I don't really have any judgment about that, because whenever something happened that caused us to fragment our soul, it's just because we weren't ready. We weren't aware. We weren't mature enough. It wasn't time. We weren't old enough. We just needed to learn more or grow more spiritually, whatever it was. There's no judgment. There's no good or bad with that. But these journeys I created in order for us to go meet that fragment and learn from it, and hopefully maybe resolve its resolve its energy and reintegrate it. So come join us on Saturday. At this rate, I'm not scheduling the full month because, as some of you know, I need to move. I have, it's not so much move. I need a place to stay. And a buddy of mine in Iowa had offered, but then his mom took very ill. She has a leaky heart valve and is having heart failure. So he had to move her into the space he was going to host me in for a few months. And then my buddy in Utah stepped up and offered their guest room. So I have a potential place. I may end up in Utah in the next few weeks, but I am open to other offers of places to stay. And basically, I'm just looking for a place to hole up for about 3 months or so while I prepare to make my final move to my dream home location on the Canary Islands. But yeah, so be prepared for times to change in the near future of the lives, either way, because I'm probably, unless I get a different and better offer soon, I'm probably going to go stay with my buddy and his wife in Utah. So that's all it is. All righty, time for the Oracle card. You guys have been dead quiet. Utah is a big change from New York. Yeah, Violet. I love Utah. I've been there before. I actually really love the Southwest of the US. Um, Interestingly enough, I had a chat with Jackie Mancuso, our dear friend and fellow teacher here on Insight Timer. If you have any interest in learning astrology, my friends, she's the gal. Violet can testify to that as well. She does lives every morning at 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central, and you could really learn a lot about astrology from her. Well, anyways, we had a support chat yesterday, and we were going over my birth chart, my relocation charts. There's a part of astrology where you redo your birth chart with all the same locational information, or all the same times, the same relative time. How do I say this? The same absolute time, but a different geographic location. So in this case, like I was born at 8:21 in the morning here in New York area. And so if I had been born in Utah, which is 2 hours behind, I would have been born at 6:21 in the morning. So we were taking a look at my birth chart with that, and all the energies are really, really good. So I'm starting to get excited about that. Exciting developments indeed. Yes. What are you guys saying? Nina, Canary Islands? Say what? Want to come to Minnesota? Are you inviting me, Nina? I will entertain any invitations. Minnesota, the land of 1,000 lakes, 10,000 lakes? I forgot. Yeah, Canary Islands is Sonia and her partner Patrick and our friend Hetty are all moving to Tenerife, Canary Islands, which, by the way, is known to embody heart chakra energy. So very, very, very cool. Yeah, Jackie's amazing. Hey, Sherry, welcome. It has been a while. It's so good to see you. Not Siri, I said Sherry. I can't believe my phone just did that. Good to see you, Sherry. Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah, no problem. Linda, astrology is complicated. She is a wonderful course, Jackie Mancuso, Astrology 101. It's a great starter, I hear. All right, Nina, separate question. My ears have been ringing for short durations and not disorienting. What's it mean? Ooh, I don't know. I'm not quite. I'm in the middle of shuffling, Nina. So hold on to that. Maybe I'll have time to tap into that. Instead, I'm tapping into our cards. All right, my friends, these are our beautiful dragon cards. I think I did dragons 2 lives ago, so this is about perfect. Just feel into these cards, my friends. You can ask a question to the universe or your guides with the cards or whatnot. Just put your energy into it, and I am going to see. Right there. Okay. Let's see what we get. Thomas, something psychic maybe, Nina. Oh, about her ear ringing. I think it's like deja vu personally when that happens. Well, there you go, Nina. Could be. All right, my friends, what do we got? Ooh, we got the deep blue dragon. Deep blue dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. See, there's a little bit of glare. Sorry, guys. I had to put my ring light in a new position when I got rid of my second monitor. And the reason for the new people that I'm holding it up in front of me like that is because it doesn't show when I put it in front of the virtual background. So, deep blue dragon. Yes, Rhonda, you are walking on sunshine. Where's the deep blue dragon from? Let's see. Deep blue dragon is a fifth dimensional dragon. Ooh, page 16. I like deep blue. Deep blue dragon. Oh, I still can't see that with the light from there. Someday, my friends, I'm going to have a whole studio set up. I'm going to be able to do everything much better than I was here, and I am so looking forward to that. All right, let me talk about Deep Blue Dragon for us. Yay, 5D. Turn my light. Yes, the card said to walk on the light. So you're walking on sunshine. Deep Blue Dragon keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. What is this card about? Deep blue dragons work with Archangel Michael, the angel of strength and protection. Very cool. Dragons can delve into deep, dense matter in a way that angels cannot. They can clear and transmute lower frequencies up to 1 kilometer around those they work with. Wow, that's 1 kilometer. It's a huge radius. These frequencies may be our emotions and thoughts or the emotions and thoughts of people in our vicinity. Many of us are very sensitive and do not realize how much the vibrations of others impact on us. Hello, they do. I can attest to that. I'm very sensitive to other people's vibrations. Every time we walk in a crowd, we're in a sea of mixed energies. And these deep blue dragons are master clearance experts. They blow away the foggy vibrations. I've never heard that. Foggy vibrations. They blow away the foggy vibrations, and then Archangel Michael can more easily connect with us and place his deep blue cloak around us. Wow. The guidance. Wow, this is a long guidance. This card is suggesting that you call on the deep blue dragons to protect you or your loved ones. Visualize a protecting army of deep blue dragons gliding in front of you whenever you walk or drive. Let them precede you into your home or office. Ask them to dive into the ground below your house to consume all lower energies. Ask them to keep an area of 1 kilometer around you totally clear. Relax and trust that this is happening. Because the deep blue dragons are transmuting the lower emotions of those in your vicinity, you are no longer moving through the dense energies of other people. I am going to reread that. Because the deep blue dragons are transmuting, they're not getting rid of, they're transmuting the lower vibrations around you, meaning they're cleaning it up. They're transmuting it into a higher vibration. Because the deep blue dragons are transmuting the lower emotions of those in your vicinity, you are no longer moving through the dense energies of other people. Notice how much lighter and happier you feel. You can serve the planet by asking deep blue dragons to dive under your shopping mall, schools, big buildings, or anywhere you feel they are needed to consume dense vibrations. This dense vibrations thing is really potent. Like I'm feeling it. There's something. So there was this YouTube video that I saw back a couple months ago, and this woman was channeling these time masters, these masters of time from ancient days on the earth. And one of the big messages that hit me like square between the eyes that they were saying is one of the reasons that humanity today is having trouble mastering time or just um, advancing spiritually, really growing and evolving, is because of the density that we are surrounded with, the density of things, the density of thoughts, the density of emotions, the density of our cities and towns, and like just everything, the just density. And what they were saying was they were encouraging us to clear the density, which totally relates to what these deep blue dragons do, to clear the density, and that when we do so, we will begin to be able to understand and recognize and maybe even believe that we can bend or compress time and space. And so when I hear this, that the dragons, that these dragons can, what did it say? Transmute the lower emotions of those in the vicinity. You are no longer moving through the dense energies of other people. Yeah, those dense energies. Like, let's just ask these deep blue dragons. Yes, even thoughts are dense. Think about it. And this is really interesting because right now it's a time of Gemini. So there's just thoughts are aplenty. Gemini is an air sign and a very, very thought oriented sign. But our thoughts can be incredibly dense. We can have many, many ideas. We can have too many ideas. We can have one idea pounding at our mind again and again. There's a density to that too, right? The repetition of the boom, 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 the obsession around it, the perseverance around it, whatever it is, just the repetition, really. So yeah, thoughts. I mean, thoughts are energy. Emotions are energy, right? They can be of a lower vibration, a lower density, or they can be of a higher density. Higher density meaning a lighter. Higher densities are lighter. Lower densities are more dense. They're thicker. They're heavier, right? So thoughts have density, absolutely. And you know the density of your thoughts based on the emotion that they're creating, because all thoughts create emotion. That's how it works. That's the dynamic. That's how that's the interaction between thoughts and energy, or thoughts and emotion, because thoughts are energy and they're creating things, they're manifesting. So when you have a thought and it makes you feel bad or makes you feel shitty or makes you feel sad or makes you feel worried or angry or whatever, that thought is a denser thought because it's creating a denser emotion, a lower density emotion. But when you do something like the 30-day appreciation game that I talked about earlier in the live, when you actually do that every night and every morning and do that for 30 days, you are clearing up, you are lightening your density. You're making your thoughts less dense. You're engaging in the way source sees things. So yes, deep blue dragons, come clear our path. Come clear the dense energies and emotions around us, a kilometer around us. That's a huge distance, guys. Kilometer radius. It's a huge distance. Thank you, deep blue dragons, for clearing the area around us, clearing the path ahead of us so that we can feel lighter and happier. Wonderful card. Very, very cool. Yes, emotion is what thoughts create emotions. And our emotions are our indicator. Well, thoughts create things. You guys might have heard that before. Thoughts create out into the universe, into source. They create, energetically create. We energetically create through our thoughts. If you've never heard that before, that's the dynamic. That's how it happens. Our emotions come in response to those thoughts, as our guidance system, our emotional guidance system, Abraham talks about, or used to talk about. I don't know if they talk about it now, but they used to talk about it years ago. So our emotions are the indicator of what direction our thoughts are aimed. So if your emotions are the lower ones, the more dense ones, you know that your thoughts are aimed not in the direction of what source is thinking about, the way source looks at it. Yep, yep, yep. Cool, cool, cool. That would feel so good, wouldn't it, Gary? It absolutely would. 100%. Shelly says, hey, Shelly, good to see you, dear. Melissa, I dreamed helping dragon people the other night. The bad guy was going to cut off their spikes. Super random. Oh my gosh. Oh, but you were helping the dragon people. Did you get the bad guy, Melissa? Good to see you, Shell. All right, my friends. Nina, you asked a question about the ringing in your ears. Let's see if I can tap into it. They were green. Oh, I love were they emerald green? Were they emerald green? Because guess what the emerald green dragon is all about? Guess what the emerald green dragon is all about? Page 54. Emerald dragon brings in healing and cosmic abundance, Melissa. Brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. That's the emerald green dragon. Yeah, abundance. You know, one of the things I'm trying to do, my friends, is not think about money. Money is just one form of abundance. It's one reflection of abundance. And it trips me up so frequently and so easily. What I'm wanting is to increase my awareness of the energy of abundance. And one of the things Susan Sage, great teacher and insight timer, definitely follow her as well if you want. One of the things Susan Sage has taught me is about the cyclical nature, the cyclical flow of abundance. And it's something I've been really, really dropping into, recognizing, like I'll go on my morning walks, and if I'm feeling a little bit off, I'll just start looking at the grass around me. Have you ever really stopped to think about how many blades of grass are on this planet? Like just in your own lawn, there's hundreds of thousands of blades of grass. Maybe tens of thousands. I don't know. There's just thousands of blades of grass. And then all the other lawns on the street have thousands. And then all the other lawns in the town have thousands. And all the other lawns in the city have thousands. And then all the parks in the city have thousands. And then all the spaces in between all the cities have thousands. And then that just spread that all over the world. There's a bajillion blades of grass. It's evidence of abundance. And so when I look at that and I begin to think of that, and then I begin to think of the natural cycle of things, right? We're the only beings on the planet who are not, like, how do I say this? The beasts and the critters and the cats and the doggies and the all just the beasts and the critters, even the rocks, are in a natural connection with that natural cycle of things, right? But we're the species or the beings on the planet who are always trying to push and form and mold and effort things into existence, right? It's a rough life doing it that way. I know, I've done it. Yeah. Yeah, we should hang out with Melissa. Sounds good to me. We don't have to fight it though, Nina. And that is the beauty of allowing. My greatest teacher and dear friend, one of my guides, Dr. Peebles, always started when I used to meet with him, he always would start to say, he would start every session and say, well, my friend was channeling him, so he's a dead guy. He would always say, we encourage you to have loving allowance for all things to be in their own time and place, starting with yourselves. Loving allowance. All right, my friends. Nina, oh, I said I was going to tap into you real quick. Let me go find what you wrote. Oh, CG, I'm sorry, I missed your message talking about the angels. I love that. That's so cool. My ears have been ringing for short durations and not disorienting. What's it meaning? Mm, there's a message coming, Nina. It's like, okay, I'm being given the image of somebody ringing your doorbell. Or how when you come up to the old-fashioned hotels and you ring the you know, those round ding ding ding, like to announce that you're at the desk. So yeah, so that's the someone has announced something, someone or something, an opportunity or a person are announcing themselves before arriving or on their arrival. That's what I'm getting, Nina. So feel into that, see how that works. My friends, I need to wrap up shortly. Any other comments, sharing, quick questions that you want? Yeah, there's a ringing in your ear. There's a message. The very first thing I got was a message, and then the second was somebody announcing themselves. My friends, I hope that you enjoyed the session today. I am so glad that you were here with us. I hope that you had a good journey. And if you didn't get to participate in it or feel like you came in late, fear not. You can head to my YouTube channel, which you can find through my Insight Timer profile. It's really easy. Or just look up Yay Greg 77 and you can watch the replay later tonight. You can actually watch all the replays. I think there's only one. I think there's only one live in the last 6 months that I have forgotten to record. So yes, feel free to do that. Follow me on Insight Timer. Join our group, Circle of Love. And for those who came late, I will once again explain this 30-day challenge that we're doing. So I'm inviting all of you to join us. There's a handful or more of us now doing this 30-day challenge. We just started it on June 1st, and I'm calling it the 30-day Appreciation Game Challenge, or it's the Appreciation Game 30-day challenge. So this is a game slash exercise that Abraham gave many, many years ago. And the basic idea is that when you lay down and go to bed, before you go to sleep, go through a list of things in your mind that are very easy for you to appreciate. And that sets the tone for the environment into which you will reemerge in the morning. And then when you awaken in the morning, lie in your bed and move through your mind this list of things that you are appreciating. And just a quick note on that, it's not a gratitude list. Don't do gratitude lists, do appreciation lists. Well, I shouldn't say don't, but for this exercise, it's appreciation. Appreciation is the same vibration as love, joy. It's a little bit higher than content, but yeah, appreciation, love, and joy. That's the kind of things you want to focus on when you're making these mental lists in this game and challenge. And then you go right from there to brushing your teeth and doing whatever you need to do. You do your routine, and as you do your morning routine, you just continue to think about these things that you appreciate. And what they're saying is that as you do this process, you will put yourself in a vibrational attitude of alignment with source. And if you'll do that tomorrow and the next day 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 and the next day, before you know it, and certainly within 30 days, you will have set the tone of seeing the world through the eyes of source in a way that you have never done before. And then you will not be asking what it's like to be pure positive energy because you'll know it viscerally. You'll feel it in every fiber of your being. So if you're in a place like I am, where a lot's going on and there's a number of things you're wanting to manifest, and there's decisions to make, and there's questions, and you just would like to manifest miracles, or just really, at the bottom line, feel better and raise your vibration, please join us in this 30-day challenge to do the appreciation game, and just set the intention, make the decision to do it just for today. You don't have to commit, as Peter was saying last week. You don't have to commit for 30 days. Commit just for today. Do it tonight when you go to bed, and do it in the morning when you wake up before you even throw your feet on the floor. And I'm telling you, I've done this for 7 days now. I haven't done it in a few years. Last time I did it years ago, completely changed me, completely changed my outlook on things, completely changed how I viewed things. I was feeling better and more in alignment with source and love than ever before. And after 7 days now, seven days now of doing this, I feel incredibly better. And I am still going through grief of the loss of my friend. I still have question marks. I still have things I don't know. I don't know when I'm moving. I don't know. Well, not moving. I'm not really moving. I'm just leaving here. I'm leaving here. I don't know when I'm moving to the Canaries. I don't know where I'm going to live next for this next few months, but I feel connected. And I feel this deep sense of contentment and this knowingness that questions aren't as scary when you do something like the appreciation game. So please do join us. And if you want to join us in a communal way, please do join the group that I have, the Circle of Love, where we are trying to share our one thing from our appreciation list. So that said, yes, Gary will try. Don't try, just do, Gary. As you know, Yoda said. I'm sure you've seen Star Wars. All right. So much food for contemplation today. I agree with you, Peter. Yeah. And thank you. Thank you, Nina. Many blessings to you as well. All right, my friends. It's been an hour and a half, and I must go prepare some foods for supper. I wish you the bestest of evenings. Many blessings to your rest of your day if you live in the future like our friends down under. And I just hope that every moment you are inspired to look for evidence of love and abundance in your life, and that you remember as often as you can that you are always safe, secure, and deeply loved. Because every time I get together with you guys, that's how I feel. And I get reminded just by you being here that those are inevitable and unquestionable truths. All right, sending you off with much love, big hugs. Do take care. I'm glad you always have a good time here, Rhonda. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, Crystal. Yep, yep. All right, my friends. Be well. Take care of your heart, and much love to you. I will see you soon at someone else's live or at my next one on Saturday. Love you. Bye. Thank you, Gary.